Good morning. Yeah, I've set my kitchen up in my conservatory today. Just because it's a bit more sort of. I didn't see how I could film at the hob because I need a hob for this dish. So yeah, this is my my new pastime while we're sort of all staying at home. Hashtag stay home. How's it going? It's okay. So I've got some stew beef that needs using today for our tea. So instead of making a regular stew, which we normally do with carrots, celery, potatoes and what have you got, and dumplings, I wanted to do something different. And there's loads of stuff, obviously, you can do with beef, stew beef. However, a lot of them require tins of tomatoes, and I don't have those in at the moment. All countries, I think, have their own version of stew, and call it what you like. Greeks, it's stifado, delicious. Hungarian goulash, tagine, that's Moroccan, I think. And the French, of course, have beef Bourguignon, which is wine, and that is not in short supply as yet in our house. So that's what I'm doing. It's really quick and easy. So I'll get cracking. I've got my little portable hob here because the first thing we need to do is just to brown off the beef a little bit, sear the beef, a bit of vegetable oil, just turn the heat up a little bit, so that's in there. And then this is about 500 grams. And I'm just popping that straight in. I've had this pan on before I turned the video on, so it's actually heated up. So I'm just going to quickly swizzle that about in there, just to sear in the juices, because obviously with stew beef it needs long, slow cooking, which you can either do in your conventional oven or in your on your hob in a casserole with a lid on. Or in this case, I'm going to save some power. It's all about that, isn't it, just now? I'm going to use the slow cooker. So I'm sat down, which is nice. You can see we've got a bit of washing out on the line. Lovely day for it. And we're just browning this off. And I've got a tablespoon of plain flour here. Because what I find is, if you don't put anything into these casseroles, they're a bit thin. So by putting some flour over the meat, that will act as a thickener later. So that's going in there. So it's a two-stage thing. Basically, I'm just going to swish that about there a bit longer. And I have one onion on here, look. I've got one onion chopped up. I've got some rosemary out of the garden. That's optional. I've got a little tiny bit of parsley out of the garden as well. I've got 3 fat cloves of garlic, because the French dishes are very heavy on the garlic. Yeah, those Frenchmen. Ooh la la. So we're just doing that now. I've got some. It's in a Pernod. I thought I'll go French. It's in a Pernod jug, but this is red wine, best wine you can foil. Just happens to be a Côte d'Or, but normally it would be a Burgundy, because the dish comes from the Burgundy region of France. So I'm gonna, look, it's wobbly. I'm gonna pop that in there at this point. There's no particular order to this, because it's basically going in this stock thing and it's going to do its business, but I'm just going to take the heat up on that a little bit now to start cooking that alcohol out. Because with any wine and alcohol cooking, you actually don't want to get drunk. You just want the flavour. So that's going to come up to heat soon. And I have got also a splash of brandy. Now this I only have in because I've still got some Christmas cakes that I'm feeding for a cake that I'm going to be making for somebody in the summer. Not a Christmas mixture. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of this in as well, but that, if you don't have it, then it matters not. But what does matter if you're making a beef bourguignon is the red wine. You can't really do an authentic one without. So that's gone in there. Wow. And I'm going to get this turned on in a minute, and basically I'm going to pop it in there, and I'm going to, well, I might as well, I'm going to put the onions in the bottom. And these garlics are, I've got a crusher, so I'm crushing one. It's entirely optional how much garlic you use. Obviously not everybody likes a lot, but I do. So I'm going to put I'm going to squash 2 in. And I'm just going to throw the last one in, like that. And then this is starting to heat up. Obviously it will continue to do its stuff in the slow cooker. So now that's going into the crock pot. Lovely. It smells absolutely divine already. I'm going to throw on top of that my fresh herbs from the garden. Thyme is one of the things that I think makes a bourguignon, so I happen to have a tiny bit of dried thyme. Herbs of Provence, even oregano, if you've got it in your cupboard's fine. Just using the last goodbye to that. And I'm just putting, this is OXO stock, about 250 millilitres into there as well. Now why I've got this pan on here is because at the end of the cooking, traditionally you would add mushrooms, and I want to just prepare these now. I'll add them to the pot about an hour before it's actually ready to serve. But I've got button mushrooms, and I'll just chop them in half, and I've put some oil, a little bit of oil in there, and I'm popping them in. I'm just going to leave them alone to let them do their own thing, but I am going to add in a minute some more, yeah, you got it, garlic mushrooms at the end of the day. Garlic into the mushrooms, and then I'll just leave it and add those towards the end of the cooking time, which of course in a slow cooker I'm going to just leave it on all day, and I will come back and finish the video when I've added these in and we're serving it. I've got some seasoning, salt and pepper. You can be quite heavy with the pepper. With the salt, you know, I always say it, you can always add that later to taste. Not everybody uses salt in the cooking, I do know that. So I'm just going to squash that down, lovely. I think you can actually see, yes you can see that. You can use your imaginations, go wild. And I've got the garlic crush. Just going to, lovely, look at that. And oh, this is my workout for the day. I'm just get the bits off, all that in there, and yeah, that's going to be beef bourguignon. And I normally serve this with something called potatoes boulangère, which I'm not making today. I don't want to overkill it, but I will do a video of the potatoes boulangère another day. Because what I'm trying to do is not waste food. I'm not making stuff that we're not going to eat. Just giving that a stir because it's catching a bit. And the potatoes boulangère are they're a bit like a dauphinoise, but much healthier. No cream. But yeah, delicious. And there's a story behind why they're called boulangère, but I won't share that now. I'll save that one up. So yeah, this is it. All I'm doing now, I'm going to turn off the video in a second. These mushrooms are just sort of sauteing a little bit down there, catching the garlicky juices. They absorb like sponges, I think, mushrooms. They do. They're taking all that garlicky gorgeousness. And like I say, I will be popping them in later on, and I will come back and we'll see what it's like. So in the meantime, get yourselves, if you've got a garden, get yourselves out, relax, chill out, do your own thing, and see you this evening. Au revoir. Hi, welcome back. It's the beef bourguignon, remember? Now I know it's been a few hours, obviously, because it's been in the slow cooker, saving energy and saving my attention, really. It's done, it's great. I've got a nice little glass of something just to lubricate the old vocal cords. Just give me a second. Cheers. Yeah, so I've got a little serving dish to put it into. You can see, there we are. It's thick. Remember the flour? That's all I put in. We have no need for any gravy granules or corn flour or anything. Let me bring it a bit closer. It's thick. It's absolutely exactly how I like it. I love food with sauces, and this one is, well, obviously, all it is red wine and a bit of oxo stock. The mushrooms I put in there. Remember the garlic mushrooms? I'm absolutely delighted with this. The meat is, of course, as you'd expect it to be, after hours of cooking, really tender and beautiful. And I'm going to bring it closer in a second. I shall be serving this with the boulangère potatoes. I'm just taking out the rosemary stalk. So, hello. How about that? That is authentic beef bourguignon. I know that. I'll tell you a little secret now. 11 years ago, I spent a whole season working on a campsite, and it was in the middle of Burgundy, and the campsite had a marvellous restaurant that also did takeaway. They had limited things, but of course their speciality was the beef bourguignon. So because I've tried it so many times, I figured out for myself what they did, and I also asked the chef. So that is pretty much it. Beef bourguignon, red wine, casserole, and putting the lid on. And all that's left to say now is cheers. Bye for now.